In the heart of Sao Paulo, 1974, a 25-story building named Joelma turned into a towering inferno. This was not an ordinary day in the bustling metropolis of Brazil. The date was February 1st, a Thursday. The location, downtown Sao Paulo, a city pulsating with life, now held its breath as the Joelma building, a symbol of modernity, was consumed by voracious flames. The fire began due to a faulty air conditioning unit, an innocent enough cause that led to an unimaginable catastrophe. The inferno raged on, merciless and unyielding, leaving a staggering 179 victims in its wake. In the span of a few hours, the Joelma building went from a bustling hub of activity to a charred skeleton, a grim testament to the fragility of life. But the real horror of Joelma wasn't the fire itself, but the chilling events that followed. As the smoke cleared, stories began to emerge of strange occurrences within the charred remains of the building. The once bustling office space was now a grim monument of ashes and burnt concrete, but something more lingered within its hollowed shell. People began to whisper about apparitions, ghostly figures seen wandering through the wreckage. Witnesses spoke of translucent beings, seemingly trapped in their final moments, forever repeating their desperate attempts to escape the inferno. A spectral woman was often sighted, her cries echoing through the burnt-out corridors, her hand outstretched as if pleading for help that would never come. The silence of the night was frequently shattered by strange noises, unsettling sounds that had no logical source. Footsteps echoed in empty halls, desperate screams pierced the quiet. The crackling of ghostly flames seemed to dance in the wind, a chilling reminder of the tragedy that had transpired. The air within the building was heavy, filled with an eerie sense of unease. It was as if the very atmosphere was imbued with the fear and desperation of those final moments. Visitors reported feeling watched, an unseen presence lurking just out of sight. Cold spots appeared seemingly out of nowhere, seeping through the warm Brazilian air like icy tendrils. Psychics and mediums were drawn to the building, sensing the potent energy that clung to the scorched walls. They spoke of restless spirits, souls trapped in a perpetual cycle of fear and confusion, unable to find peace. Yet these were not the only tales that circled the Joelma building. Some spoke of darker entities, malevolent forces that seemed to feed on the tragedy that had unfolded. Unseen hands that pushed and pulled, shadows that moved against the light, disembodied voices whispering threats in the dark. The line between reality and the supernatural began to blur within the blackened walls of the Joelma building. The building's eerie history goes back far before the fire. Indeed, the Joelma building's past is steeped in mystery and suspense, its foundation laid on an intriguing tapestry of tales and theories. Let's journey back in time to when the land on which the Joelma building now stands was nothing more than an unmarked landscape. Whispered legends suggest that this plot was once an indigenous burial ground, a sacred space where the spirits of the departed were believed to rest. Now, these aren't just empty stories. Significant archaeological evidence has been found to support this theory, making it a bone-chilling reality. But that's not all. Imagine the shock when, during the construction of the building, workers allegedly unearthed human bones. Some say these were the remains of those who were buried here long before the city of Sao Paulo even existed. The disturbance of this sacred ground could have sparked the ire of ancient spirits, leading to a curse being cast upon the land and all who dared to build upon it. Then there's the infamous case of the Pombagira spirit. For the uninitiated, Pombagira is a powerful entity in Afro-Brazilian religions, often associated with the feminine, sensuality, and the night. She is a complex figure, revered and feared in equal measure. There are tales that suggest that a Pombagira spirit was invoked in the building, adding another layer of supernatural intrigue to the story. The presence of this spirit, coupled with the alleged curse of the disturbed burial ground, could have created a potent mix of supernatural energy. This energy may have laid dormant, only to erupt in a devastating fire that consumed the building in 1974. So we're left with a chilling question that defies logic and sends a shiver down the spine. What if the fire was not an accident, but a manifestation of a curse that haunted the land for centuries? As we delve deeper into the supernatural side of the Joelma building, the lines between fact and fiction, the natural and the supernatural, begin to blur. Among the ashes, rescuers discovered an elevator with 13 bodies, all in a state of prayer. A chilling discovery that would lay the foundation for a tale that continues to haunt the collective memory of Sao Paulo. This is the story of the 13 Souls, a group of unfortunate souls who met their end in the most tragic of circumstances, and who are said to still linger in the confines of the now infamous building. The 13 Souls, as they came to be known, were the occupants of an elevator that, in a desperate attempt to escape the raging inferno, plummeted to the ground floor. Trapped and with no hope of rescue, they reportedly turned to prayer in their final moments. It's these very souls that are believed to haunt the Joelma building to this day, forever caught in an endless loop of their final, terrifying moments. Over the years, numerous accounts of sightings and strange occurrences have emerged, all seemingly linked to these tragic figures. Witnesses report hearing faint whispers of prayer when the building is quiet, seeing apparitions in the elevator shaft, and feeling inexplicable chills in the rooms that align with the ill-fated elevator's trajectory. Some even claim to have seen the spectral figures of the 13, their hands clasped in prayer, their faces etched with an eternal despair. What's particularly intriguing about these accounts is the consistency across the stories. The number 13, the prayerful whispers, the chilling presence, all elements that tie back to that fateful day and the tragic end of the 13 souls. But why do these souls linger? Some believe they are trapped, forever reliving their final moments, unable to find peace. Others suggest they remain as a reminder of the tragedy, a spectral memorial to those lost in the flames. Whatever the truth, their presence adds a chilling layer to the Joelma building's already dark history. These souls are said to be trapped, forever reliving their final moments. A haunting testament to a tragedy that will forever echo in the walls of the Joelma building. Today, the Joelma building stands as a chilling reminder of a tragic past. This towering structure, once a beacon of modernity, has been reborn from its own ashes, carrying an eerie air of its former life. The once Joelma building, now renamed the Praça da Bandeira building, underwent a complete renovation. It was an attempt, perhaps, to erase the ghostly imprints of that fateful day in 1974. The building's facade may have changed, but the whispers of the paranormal have not quieted. Current occupants and visitors of this seemingly normal office building report an unsettling presence. Accounts of cold spots, inexplicable noises, and even apparitions persist. Imagine yourself walking down the seemingly ordinary corridors. You feel a sudden chill, a sense of unease that you can't quite explain. You hear a faint whisper, a soft sobbing, or the desperate plea for help. You turn around and there's no one there. It's just you, and the echoes of a past that refuses to be forgotten. Employees working late into the night have reported seeing spectral figures in the corridors, figures that disappear as quickly as they appear. Some have even claimed to hear eerie cries for help, a chilling echo of the tragic day when so many lives were lost. Visitors too have reported strange occurrences. People have spoken of feeling an overwhelming sense of dread upon entering certain areas of the building. Others mention a feeling of being watched, of being followed by unseen eyes. These accounts collectively paint a picture of a building that, while physically transformed, remains spiritually tethered to its tragic past. The Joelma building, or the Praça da Bandeira building as it's now known, has become a symbol of the intersection between our world and the supernatural. While the flames may have been extinguished, the echoes of the past continue to haunt the Joelma building. The spirits of those lost in the fire, it seems, are still searching for peace, their voices echoing in the halls of the building they once called home. The Joelma building fire is a chilling tale of tragedy and the supernatural intertwined. We've journeyed through the inferno that ignited in 1974, where lives were lost and stories of spectral sightings began to emerge from the ashes. We've delved into the history of the site, a plot of land tainted by its cursed past, where tales of tragedy predate the construction of the formidable skyscraper. We've heard the poignant narrative of the 13 souls, the unfortunate victims who sought refuge in an elevator only to meet a grim fate. Their restless spirits, it's said, still linger within those walls, forever trapped in their final moments. And we've seen the Joelma building as it stands today, a stark reminder of the past, yet a functioning part of Sao Paulo's urban landscape. Whether you believe in the paranormal or not, the tale of the Joelma building is a haunting reminder that some places bear the scars of their past long after the flames have died down.